Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. Please get your book ready. We are in topic 5, lesson 5, page 205. Let's see what we have.
Yuri wants to use mental math to find 86 minus 29. Show how Yuri could find the difference. Explain how she could use mental math.
All right. Let's watch our video.
Find 43 minus 18. You can use compensation to make numbers that are easier to subtract. Why would you change 18 to 20?
Because it's easier to subtract 20 than to subtract from 18.
It is easier to subtract 20 from 43 mentally. Here is one way. Add 2 to both numbers, then subtract using mental math. So 43 minus 18 is equal to 25. Here, 2 is added to both numbers in the problem. Does that give the correct difference? How do you know? Yes, the difference is the same as long as you add the same amount to both numbers.
Here's another way to use compensation.
Add 2 to 18, then subtract using mental math. Then add 2 to find the answer. Which difference will you find using mental math? Find 43 minus 20 using mental math. You subtracted 2 more than 18, so you need to add 2 to 23 to find the answer.
So now we have two ways. Either you add 2 to both add-ins, because it's easy to have to subtract with the number with 0, or the second way, or the second strategy, you add 2 to the first add-in, and then when you get your answer or your difference, add 2 more.
Compensation was used in 2 different ways. You get the same answer both ways.
All right, so let's go back to the first question and see what we have.
Yuri wants to use mental math to find 86 minus 29. Show how Yuri could find the difference. Explain how she could use mental math.
All right, over here we can also still use any style you want. We can also use break apart. So we can say 20 plus 9 would be 29. Then you break the 9 to 2 parts that it's easy to subtract from 86. So you can say 20 plus 9, and 9 is 6 plus 3 because we have 6, and you can subtract. So you get your answer after that. Or we can use a compensation, which is like add a number to one of the add-ins, like the second style, the second way, or the second style we just watched. So for example, if I say 86, if we say 86 minus 29 equals, I'm going to say 86 minus, I'm going to add 1 to the 29. That's the compensation style that we just learned. So now I know that easy for me to subtract 56. Then I will say that 86 minus 29 equals, remember, I add only 1 to the 29, but I need to add 1 to the second addend as well. So equal 56 plus 1 more equal 57. So this could be one way, or as I told you, the previous one, that you can just break apart the 29 and then also break apart 9 to two numbers, which is 6 and 3, and then do the subtraction. So either way, as they give me the choices here. All right. So let's do some of our guided practice, page 206. All right, use compensation to make numbers that are easier to subtract. Then solve, show your work. So first one, 52 minus 8. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add 2 to the first addend, so 52 become 54, and we're gonna add 2 to the second addend, so the second addend is 10. 2 plus 8 equals 10, and 2 plus 52 equals 54. Now, since I made a 10 for one of my addend, it's easy for me to subtract. So now 54 minus 10 equals 44. All right. Let's see. Number 2. 76 minus 27. So we can also say that I'm going to add 3 to both addends, because when I add 3 for the second addend, the 27 would be 30. That's why we chose that. So we're going to do this way. We're going to write 3, which is first addend, and 3 for the second addend. And so that's what we have. So now the first addend is 76 plus 3, that's 79. And then the second addend, 27 plus 3 equals 30. Let's put them. Now I can have my easy subtraction equation. So 79 minus 30 equals 49, right? All right, let's go for number 3. 52 minus 15. So what we're gonna happen here, we're gonna add 5 to the second addend. And then when I get my result, get my difference, I'm gonna add 5 more. All right, so 52 minus 15. I'm gonna add 5 to the 15. So I know 15 plus 5 is 20. So back my equation, 52 minus 20. Now I made one of my addend get 0. I know that's easy to subtract. So 52 minus 20 equals 32. And then don't forget, when we add, we need to add for both addend. But this time I only added for the second addend, so I have to add 5 more. So 32, I'm going to add 5. So 32 plus 5 equals 37. All right. Let's go here for number 4. 93 minus 39. I want to make my number with 0. So 39, I'm going to add 1 to the 39. So let's write this down. So now 93, that's my first addend, and minus the second addend, I'm going to add 1. So it's going to be 40. Let's put this down. All right. And I need to add 1. All right. So what do we have now? 93 minus 40. So 93 minus 40 is 53. Let's write 53. Then put my number down. I know that I only add number 1 to one of the addends, so I need to add for the total. That's mean I'm adding here 1 more. I'm going to say plus 1 just to remind myself that I added 1 here too. And I'm going to take it and put it in the box over here. So I know that I added 1 for the second addend, and then when I get my difference, I add 1 more. All right. So over here, as we see, we can subtract to make 10 because it's easy. And then after that, I can add the number that I added. All right, so that's it for today's lesson, second graders. Today's lesson, topic 5, lesson 4. That's it. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 5, lesson 6. So please open your book, page 209, and let's see what we have. Practice subtracting using strategies. So over here, you're going to use any strategies that you think it's easy for you to use. So let's see what we have.
Randy got 42 craft sticks for a project. He used 19 sticks. How many sticks are left? Choose any strategy. Solve. Show and explain your work.
So for this question, I can use the open number line and I jump tens and I count with the ones, or I can use what we learned in the previous lesson to add 1 to your addend, the 19, to make it 20, which is with a 0 to be easy to subtract, and I can subtract from 42, right? So the choice is yours. Whatever you feel it's easy, you can do. Let's see our video.
Find 65 minus 37. One way is to use an open number line. You can start at 37 and add up to 65. From 37, add to the nearest 10, which is 40. 37 plus 3 equals 40. From 40, add up to the 10 closest to 65. 40 plus 20 equals 60. Last, add ones to get to 65. 60 plus 5 equals 65. Add up all of the jumps. 3 plus 20 plus 5 equals 28. So 65 minus 37 equals 28.
All right, so that was one of the ways using the open number line. I'm going to put my 65 and 37. I'm going to count after the 37. So I know you can add 10s right away. So another 10 would be 47. Another 10 would be 57. And I'm going to count till 60. Or you put the ones to make the ones and 37 with 0. So that's 4. I'm adding 3 to go for the nearest 10, which is 40. And then after that, I know that I have 65. That's mean 2 more 10s and 5. So I'm going to have 1 jump or 2 jumps, like 2 10s or 1 time 20. And then I'm going to count 5 steps. I can do this single, or I can do just 1 jump with 5. And now to get your answer, we need to count all the jump that we did. We get 20. And we get 3 ones and 5 ones. So 20 plus 3 plus 5. Your answer was 28.
Another way is to use compensation. What can you add to 37 to make 40? Select your answer.
All right, that's what we covered previously, that you do a compensation, try to have one of your addend with 0. That close to 10. So I know 65, second addend is 37. I need to add 3 to have 40.
Add 3 to make 40. 65 minus 40 equals 25. Since you added 3 to the 37, you need to add 3 to the difference. 25 plus 3 equals 28. So 65 minus 37 equals 28. You get the same answer both ways.
Okay, so that's why we say you use any strategy you think it's easy for you. Either you do the open number line, use a number line and try to count backward, or use the compensation. So let's see what's next for our guided practice, page 210. All right, 46 minus 18. So for this, find each difference, use any strategy. So you can use, as we say, the compensation or the open number line. But as I see, this for this example, they putting the open number line. So let's do at least one of them. 46 minus 18. So what we're gonna do, I'm using my number line. I'm gonna put 18, a small number first, and I have 46. And then I'm gonna count the jump. So from 18, I wanna go to that first number that it has 0 or it has a 10. So 18 plus 2 equals 20. So that's plus 2. I added 4, 2 jumped to make 20. Now I have 20, right? And then the second addend I'm taking away is 46. So I need to reach 40. So from 20 to 40, either one jump, which is 20, or two jump 10 each. So over here we have two jumps. So first jump, land on 30, another 10, skipping number by 10, one jump landed on 40. So now I have 2 ones and 2 tens. But look at my addend here. It's 46. So I need to reach 46. So I need to do 6 ones, or we did it in one jump. So plus 6. And you see your number line, you need to write the numbers of the jumps because that's how we get your answer. In order to get your difference for this equation, we're gonna count and add the jumps together. So we have 2 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6, that's 28. So 46 minus 18 equals 28. All right. Now we have 83 minus 46. So we can do the same. I can say start from 46. So we write down 46. So I know in order to get 0 in my numbers, I need to jump 4 ones. So I'm going to make like that. And I'm writing up here 4 plus 4. That's mean I jumped 4 steps or 4 jump to make 50. Very good. So that's now 50. Let me see if I can make this smaller. This is 46. And now this is 50. Okay. Now from 50, I need to jump to 80. So 50 plus 10. That's one jump. 60, 70, another 10, and 80. So that's plus 10, plus 10. So put in mind all these jumps, we need to add them. I have 4 and 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10. Landed on 40. Oh, I'm sorry, landed on 80. Over here, 80. Then I have 3 more jumps. So I'm gonna make 1 was 3, and I'm gonna write here plus 3. Now I should add all the jumps. So I know I have 4 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 3. Let's write this down. So I have 4 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 3. I can also do it this way, 4, and I have only one big jump, which is 30. So I can say plus 30 plus 3. So now I know 4 plus 30 plus 3 equals, very good, 37. Put this down here. So that's mean 83 plus 46 equals 37. So 83 minus 46 equals 37. So I used the open number line for this equation. So as you know, you can use either compensation or breaking apart, or even you can use the open number line. All right. So that was it for today's lesson, second graders. We did not use something new. We kind of practiced what we learned before. and using any strategies that's easy for us to do our equation. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you. Bye. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 5, lesson 7. Solve one-step and two-step problems. So that's mean you're going to have an equation that you probably need to add and subtract in order to get your answer. So let's start. Open your book, page 213, and let's see what we have.
Some frogs were sitting on a pond. 16 more frogs joined them. Now there are 49 frogs on the pond. How many frogs were on the pond at first? Show how you know.
So some frogs were sitting on a pond. I don't know how many. 16 more joined them. So whatever was there before, 16 joined them. Now total 49. So I need to find 16 frog join how many before and the total 49. So I have the whole and I have one part, right? So that would be 1. So we're going to find out how to do that. But first, let's watch our video.
Matt has 8 game cards. He wins 7 more cards. Then he gives Jose 4 cards. How many cards does Matt have now? You can use models to help solve each step. Step 1. Find the number of cards after Matt wins 7. He had 8. He won 7 more. Add 8 and 7 to find how many in all. 8 plus 7 equals 15. Step 2. Find the number of cards after Matt gives away 4. He had 15. He gave away 4. How many cards does Matt have now?
Select your answer.
So first part, we know that we have the 2 parts of the addend, but we need the sum or the total. We know that he had 8 game cards and then he won 7 more. So in order to find the total, we add 8 plus 7. And that's when we know that Matt had 15. But second part of the equation, he gave away 4. So 15, take away 4 to get the missing addend or the missing part. So 15 take away 4 equals 11.
15 minus 4 equals 11. Matt has 11 cards now. Check that your answer makes sense. Matt had 8 game cards. He won 7 more cards. 8 plus 7 equals 15. Then he gave Jose 4 cards. Now he has 11 cards. 15 minus 4 equals 11. The answer makes sense.
All right, so let's see our guided practice, page 214. Complete both equations to solve the problem. Use the bar diagram to help you. Some people got on the bus at the first stop. 9 more people got on the bus at the second stop. There are 20 people on the bus now. So I know now the whole. I know the whole. There are 21 and I know one part. All right. So how many people got on a bus at the first stop? So first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say I have 21 and I have 9. I need to know to find out who were first there. So I'm going to say something plus 9 equals 21, or I'm going to say 21 minus 9 equals. So if I use the first one, I'm looking at my diagram, this bar diagram. I know I have the total or the whole. I know that I have one part. So I'm going to say a number plus 9 equals 21, which is 21 take away 9 equals 12. So as you see, in both ways, my answer was the same. 21. Okay, so this is how to solve a problem using 2 steps. So you have something to do first, and then you go for second step. All right. Let's do one more from our independent practice. All right, number 2. Solve each problem, show your work. That would be page 215 in your book. There are 24 peas on Kim's plate. Kim eats 15 peas. Then Kim's mother puts 8 more peas on her plate. How many peas are on Kim's plate now? So first, she has 24, right? So she eats 15. So when she had 24, she ate 15. That's mean 24 minus 15. So let's put this down. 24, that's the total, minus what she ate, 15. So that's the first part. So 24 minus 15 equals 9. All right, so that's the first step. So when she had 9 now, Kim's mother puts 8 more peas on her plate. So Kim's mom add more to what she has left now. So step 2 would be what she has now, 9. Let's write this down, 9 plus what's her mom added. Her mom added 8. And then we add together. So let's have this. So 9, what she has left now, because she doesn't have 24 anymore. She has 9. And her mom added 8 more. So 9 plus 8. I know my near doubles. I remember. And I know 9 plus 8 is 17. So I'm going to write my answer here, 17. So how many peas she has now left? 17. Total, 17. Oops. So now she has 17 peas left. All right. So I'll leave you with the rest of the activity. Have fun and enjoy it. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 5 and today's lesson 8, the last lesson for this topic. So please open your book, page 217, and let's see what we have. Critique reasoning. So this is when you agree or disagree. Let's see what we have.
Bill collects and sells seashells. He has 45 shells, finds 29 shells, and sells 20 shells. How many seashells does Bill have now? Tara says you have to subtract 45 minus 29 and then add 20 to solve the problem. Do you agree with Tara's thinking? Circle your answer. Use pictures, words, or equations to explain.
All right, so let's see what we have. Bill collects and sells seashells. He has 45 shells, and then he finds 29 shells and sells 20 shells. So we need to know how many he has. He had 45, then he found 29, and then he sold 20. So that's 2 steps equation or 2 steps way to answer our problem. So how many seashells does Bill have now? Tara says, well, you have to subtract 49 minus 29. So, and then add 20. 45 minus 29, then add 20. Do you think this is right? Do you agree with Tara's thinking? So let's watch our video, then come back to this equation.
"42 people are swimming. Some people leave. Now 15 people are swimming. Kelly added up to subtract, and she says 17 people left. How could you add up to solve the problem? You could draw an open number line. Start at 15 and add up until you get to 42. Then count how much you added. How can you decide if you agree with Kelly? You can check for mistakes or ask Kelly questions. You can draw a number line and add up to check for mistakes. How could you check for mistakes in Kelly's thinking?
So we need to add and see if answers is right or wrong.
You could solve the problem yourself to see if you get the same answer as Kelly. Here is how Kelly added up. 5 plus 10 plus 2 is equal to 17, but 15 plus 17 is only 32. Look at the open number line work. What does it show? What does it tell you about Kelly's thinking?
That she did do the right strategy, but she did not add her numbers right.
The number line work shows that if you start at 15 and add up 17, you land on 32. That tells you Kelly is wrong. She should have added up to 42, not 32.
Kelly's strategy of adding up is good, but her answer is not correct.
Look at this open number line work. What does it show?
It shows that we add till 42, and that's the mistake that Kelly did. She used the right strategy, as we said, but she did not add the numbers right, and she did not get the right answer.
It shows that if you start at 15 and add up to 42, then you are adding 27. So, how many people left?
7.
Select your answer.
15 plus 27 is equal to 42. So, 27 people left.
So that's why it's very important when you do your number line and you count the jumps, make sure you're not skipping or you're not sure that you're not landing on the right number over here. And that's the mistake that Kelly did. She was using the right strategy. She had her number line, open number line, but she did not jump the right jump and add till 42. She only added till 32, and that's why her answer was wrong. All right. So let's see. The guided practice we have on page 219. Okay, circle your answer. Use pictures, words, or equation to explain your reasoning. 51 people were on a train. 33 people left the train. How many people are on a train now? Ryan says 18 people. He broke apart 33 into 30 and 3. Then he subtract each number. Does Ryan's reasoning make sense? All right. So before you say, yes, I agree or I don't agree, we have to solve this problem by yourself. You need to do it, and we need to see if the answer as Ryan said or not. So what we're going to do, we're going to say we subtract each part of 33. So we can subtract 51 minus 30. Write this down. We're going to say we will subtract each part of 33. So we're going to subtract 51, that's the number of the people, minus 30 first, equals 21. Down. Okay. Then after that, we're going to count back to find the rest. So we're going to count back 21 minus 3. So we need to come back if we have the 100 chart. That's equals 18. Down. So now go back to 51 minus 33. So let's write this down. It's the original equation. 51 minus 33 equals 18. And that's what Ryan says. He says 18 people. He broke apart 33 into 30 and 3, and then he subtracted. And then after that, he get the answer 18. So yes, we agree with Ryan. So in this case, we can just circle Ryan's answer. All right. So that was today's lesson. For this topic, we learned different strategies to subtract. We learned using open number line. We learned also using the 100 chart. We learned how to use the bar diagram. We also learned that two steps equation, that we have an equation or a problem to answer, and we have two steps, and it's two part. And also we learn how to agree or disagree with the answer by doing it first yourself and see if you get the same answer or not. We also know that sometimes people use the right strategies, but you get the wrong answer. So that's why we say we agree with the strategies. They did all the steps right, but let's say addition went wrong by they add the wrong numbers or they subtract the wrong numbers. All right, so that was it for today's lesson and today's topic. That will be the last lesson for topic 5. Thank you, second graders. Bye-bye.